I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, January the 25th. As we get started into the middle of the week here, your board's struggling, and we know we're going to have a battle for the fat cattle trade this week as your packers really need to back it up to get things more in line because they've been taking a beating on your box beef cutout values. On your feeder cattle markets, your early week sales this week are dollars higher, but if you think about it, they're compared to the sales that really didn't have any test a week ago because it was following that ice storm. So as we get into the middle of the week and move on, we're going to see more of a moderating of the trends on your feeder cattle auctions. So it's not really that much higher really as we get into these sales that saw the big gains last week that were mid to late week. But look at the board here on live cattle futures. April contract Monday was up 20 on your fats. Tuesday down 77 to end the day on Tuesday at 118.40. February spot live cattle at 120 and a quarter, which is $2 to $3 back of what the cash market is. Feeder cattle futures on the March contract Monday was down 60, Tuesday down 50 to end the day on Tuesday at 130.17, which is about $3 back of what your cash market is there too. But your weighted average on last week's fat cattle trade on a big negotiated cash movement of 107,700 head, which was real impressive, 27,000 more than the same week a year ago. And we've been continuously here in the last 3-4 months just moving a lot of cattle negotiated basis, and we saw that if you listen to one of the most recent reports to give you the breakdown on how we're selling cattle now. But it's a good trend to get into. Live steers on last week's trade averaged 121.89, which was up $3.07 from the previous week. Dressed steers averaged 194.80, which was up $5.05. Slaughter so far this week is 3,000 more than the same week a year ago at 226,000 head through Tuesday there. But you look at some feeder cattle auctions. Oklahoma City had a nice big run there, 12,500 head after being almost barely open there after the ice storms that they had over the previous weekend, which come out last Monday. But good run this week. Feeders steady to $5 higher, but a light test on big steers weighing over 8.5. Your calves were mostly $3 to $4 higher. Some of your 5 weight, especially on steers, $8 to $11 higher. And we are buying grazing cattle right now, whether they're grazing for wheat or they're grazing for early grass. Your grazing cattle are being bought right now. If you think that the guys are going to wait until spring and get to fighting with these weekend warriors and farmers on some grass patches, they're not going to do that. They're going to have all their cattle for grazing purposes in spring, whether it's graze out wheat or early grass. They're going to have those things bought. They're going to have them all straightened out and ready to go. But you see that it's getting more active on those than it is the big feeders now, even though it's cold and icy and snowy up in the north. But they're already thinking about that and moving on. But if you look at Joplin, they had 7,250 head of cattle on Monday. Same deal, they're 4 to 550 pound grazing steers, $5 to $10 higher. Cattle that were lighter steers or heavier steers weighing over 5.5 were $2 to $5 higher, but a good steer market there. Light heifers steady to $4 higher, bigger heifers about steady. But you guys might want to watch that are buying cattle, whether it's for late wheat or for on your grass. The only advice I can give you is don't have too short of a memory. I know we're not near as high on the market as what we've been the last 3 or 4 years, but we're not in a lull right now. We're about where cattle are worth, or maybe kind of on the high side here. Don't think that these cattle are going to get back to where they were 3 or 4 years ago. They're just not going to do it anytime soon. So you just need to stay within your means and look down the road at what the board's saying and kind of just expect that cattle are going to be trading in this range for a while, though. So don't get yourself out on a limb there. But would like to make a shout out there. My daughters, which I hate to get too personal, but my daughters competed in the Randall County, Texas Livestock Show this past weekend. and it was a great experience for them. One of the reasons we moved back down to Texas is to participate in things like that. Had their premium sale on Monday night, and to let you know, people in this industry give back to the youth and to the community. Some of my friends down there helping with the premium sale. Tom Schooler with Superior Livestock was there donating his time. Ty Cranmer with Cavendish Packing Company also there, and Cersei Peoples with Cactus Feeders. So we appreciate those guys. That's 3 minutes, and we'll talk to you on Friday.